All right, let's talk about sales outreach. It's the lifeblood of any B2B company that wants to grow. But actually scaling it, wow, that's one of the toughest challenges out there. So today, we're going to dive deep into an AI-powered engine that's built to solve that exact problem. Let's get right into it.
But before we jump into the solution, let's get real about the cost of the problem. And I'm not talking about software subscriptions or data loss. No, the biggest cost by far is the people who have to do all the heavy lifting.
Take a look at that number. You're looking at a salary of £60,000 to £90,000, sometimes even more. And that's for one sales development representative, or SDR, in the UK. That is a huge investment. And remember, that's all before they've booked a single meeting.
Now just imagine, what happens when you want to build a team of 2 or 5 or even 10? The costs just explode, not to mention the management nightmare. And that, right there, is the core reason why the traditional way of doing outreach just doesn't scale.
So let's put a name to this. We'll call it the outreach scaling problem. It's really a collision between an old manual way of doing things and the intense demands of modern business growth.
So on one side, you've got the traditional way of doing things, really slow, manual research, using generic templates, and let's be honest, it's a lot of spray and pray. But on the other side, you have the AI approach. You're reaching more prospects, you've got deep personalization for every single one, and you can engage them at the perfect moment, right when they're actually thinking about buying.
Okay, let's break that comparison down even more. I want to look at what this difference in output really means for a sales team on the ground. Just look at the sheer volume difference here. It's incredible. A human SDR, on a really good day, might top out at around 30 prospects. The AI? It can easily handle more than double that, and it does it day in, day out, without ever getting tired or burning out. And here's the painful truth about the manual way. When you're under pressure to hit those numbers, personalization is always the first thing to go. So you're left with those generic, copy and pasted emails, the ones we all get and instantly delete, and it just leads to awful engagement rates. So the big question is, how does an AI actually fix all this? Let's pop the hood on this DNS signal engine and see how its brain is really put together. Well, it all kicks off with something called the research agent. I want you to think of this like an army of analysts working 24/7. It's constantly scanning the web for over 50 different data points on every single prospect. Things like recent funding, news articles, what tech they're using, and maybe most importantly, their likely pain points.
Okay, so once all that research is done, the scoring agent steps in. This is the strategic part of the brain. It takes all that data, analyzes it, gives each lead a priority score from 0 to 100, and then tells you exactly why that lead is a good fit and which pain points you should focus on.
Now, all that research and scoring is cool, but it's pretty useless unless it creates outreach that people actually open and reply to. So let's look at the final product, the emails themselves. So instead of that generic, hope you're having a good week, the AI creates opening lines based on the signals it found. For example, if a company just acquired another one, the email starts right there referencing that specific event. It shows you've done your homework from the very first sentence. Here's another one. Let's say the AI finds out a company is expanding into a new market. It uses that as the hook to start the conversation. This isn't just a simple mail merge, we're talking about genuine signal-based personalization for every single email that goes out. But it's not just about what you say, right? It's about how you say it. And this part is really smart. The AI actually adapts its tone for each person it emails. Why? Because a CEO cares about big picture strategy and revenue, but a sales director is focused on tactical stuff and efficiency. Speaking their language is the difference between being ignored and getting that reply. And you can think of this as the engine's built-in quality control. The AI is specifically programmed to avoid all those tired, old cliches. Things like just following up. These are immediate red flags that just scream sales email to a busy exec. Instead, the AI keeps it professional, relevant, and respectful of their time. Okay, so we've seen the research and we've seen the writing. Now let's zoom out a bit and look at the actual workflow. How this all comes together in a totally seamless, automated process. It all starts right here in the dashboard. The AI isn't just some black box. It actually visualizes everything it finds, showing you in real time which companies have the highest scores and how your audience is engaging with you. And that data flows directly into this, the lead priority matrix. This is where strategy turns into a concrete action plan. It combines how good a fit a prospect is with how urgent their buying signals are, telling your team exactly who to contact today and who maybe needs a little more nurturing for later.
And this whole process just runs on a continuous loop. The engine fetches new leads, it researches them, scores them, writes that personalized outreach, and then sends it out, all on its own, every 10 minutes. It's a true pipeline building machine.
So, what does this all really add up to? What's the ultimate benefit of handing your outreach over to an AI engine like this? Well, it really comes down to these three things. Your outreach engine is running 24/7, even when you're asleep. It's researching more than 50 highly qualified prospects every single day, and it's constantly monitoring over 100 million potential buying signals across the entire market. That's a scale that a human team just could never possibly achieve.
And that's really the bottom line here. The goal isn't to replace your sales team, it's to give them superpowers. By letting the AI handle all the time-consuming, repetitive work, you free up your sellers to stop being prospectors and start being strategic closers. They can spend 100% of their time doing what they do best, building relationships and closing deals.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. If you could completely remove the biggest bottleneck in your company's growth, all that manual prospecting, and replace it with an engine that runs around the clock with perfect signal-based personalization, what would that really mean for your business? How fast could you truly grow?